Good morning, guys. Welcome to a new weekly vlog. Today is Monday, June 17th. It's been a little while since I've done a full weekly vlog. I don't think I did one. I've done one since the end of May, like Memorial Day week, I think was the last one I did. So this week is going to be a little bit different. There's some different things going on. I am off of work today. I've been having some issues at work recently, and the time's come for me to look for something new. I am still employed there, but I was given some discipline and given a 3-day suspension on last Wednesday. It would have been the 13th or something. So I am home today. I'm supposed to return back to work tomorrow, the 18th. There's a chance that I may be having to go back to work in the office as well. So I'm going to make the most of today. I am redoing my shelves. As you can see, they're empty back there. But that is a separate vlog, so you'll see that in a different video. But I'm going to work on that today, get my new bookshelf built, get this office cleaned up. And I will give you guys an update on my reading here in a little bit. I do have an interview this week that I'm hoping I'm going to get. The position is a second interview, actually. I'm really excited for this position. I think it would be perfect for me, so I'm really hoping that that goes well and I'll be able to announce a new job this week and the end of my time with MGM Resorts. We'll see if that actually happens. But yeah, today is Monday. Like I said, it is early. It's only 6:30. I just did my Bible study. I have the puppies here. There's one here and one over here, and Lily's back there. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my Bible study and then I'm gonna jump right into building this new shelf so I can hopefully have it done today. Hey guys, so it is about 11:30 now. I'm in my car, as you can see. I spent the morning, I did my Bible study like you saw, and then I put up some mixed tiles. I don't know if you know what they are. They're like, you can have pictures turned into, it's not canvas, it's like they print out the whatever pictures you choose and then they put them in these like square frames. The company is called Mixed Tiles. If I can get like an affiliate link or something, I'll put it down below. My mom has some. She did actual like canvas ones and she really likes them. She's had them for years and I've been wanting to get some for years. And I was trying to decide what kind of decorations I wanted to do in my room now that I'm revamping it. And originally I was going to do like a mix media type thing with like different frames and different stuff, but it was going to take a while to like accumulate everything, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be able to just do like kind of one and done and be done with it. And Mixed Tiles a few weeks ago was having a deal where you got, I think it's 12 of them, 12 mixed tiles, and they're like, I don't know if it's 4x4, I don't know if that sounds right. I'll have to look when I get back to the house, but I got 12 of them for like $99, and honestly I think they have that deal pretty often. And so I ordered those came in, they look great. I got a mix of, had some pictures of our dogs, some Disney pictures, this really pretty Lord of the Rings like painting that was turned into like a photo, and then some quotes. There's bookish quotes, there's one that's scripture on it that I like, and there's a couple song lyrics. And so I had received those. I had started putting those up last week, But it's hard because they kind of have to be like perfectly even, because if they're not, then they look weird. You know, it's very easy to tell that they're like not even because they're all like perfectly square. So I started to put them up last week, but I wasn't doing it very like evenly, and I'm not super like OCD to really care about that. But Nick came in and was like, those are not even at all. So he helped me this morning, figure it out, and I got those up. That took a little while. That took a little while because I was like measuring every space in between each square to make sure that they were all perfectly even. I'm sure they're not all like absolutely perfectly even, but it's enough that you can't really tell. So they look really good. I'm happy with how it turned out. So I spent time doing that, and then I started putting together my new bookshelf to go up. So I was working on that, and now I'm in the car. Like I said, as you can see, I'm going to the post office because I need to mail out some cards for one of my clients. He has me send out thank you cards to his clients every once in a while. So I'm headed to the post office to do that. I have a new client, two potentially actually new clients starting. One I'm going to be doing social media for, and the other one I'm going to be transferring his like website domain and stuff to a new platform. So that's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but I have been having issues at work, and I ended up getting a 3-day suspension for something really minor. On the one hand, I see that it could be something big because it does have to do with compliance, but honestly, so basically what happened is I sent an email to an employee saying that I had attached their FMLA paperwork, and I forgot to add the actual attachment and sent the email. In the grand scheme of things, is that a huge deal? No. But they're making a big deal of it because technically we have 5 days to send them the packet. And I sent the email within 5 days, but the packet was not on it. So the packet got sent after the 5 days. So technically we're out of compliance. I've never had an employee. I've been in HR for 13 years. I've been in benefits, leave management for 7. And I've never had an employee come back and say, you didn't send me this within my compliance. Most people don't know that. So was it the end of the world that I get sent a few days after? No. I mean, yes, of course, we want to try to be as consistent as possible and do the right thing, but while I did mess up, I don't think that it warranted a 3-day suspension. But, you know, unfortunately, I don't get to make that decision. We have a new manager who is cracking down a lot, and she even said, you know, something along the lines of, like, I don't know if this is a mistake you've been making the whole 2 years you've been working here, and previous management just didn't care, or was kind of just taking care of it for you and fixing it, but we're not going to do that. We're holding you guys accountable now. So yeah, I got a 3-day suspension for that. I was off Wednesday and Thursday, and now, or Thursday and Friday, and now I'm off today, Monday. So I've been using it to clean up the house, get my room taken care of. I've been applying for jobs. I had a phone interview on Friday. I have a second interview on Wednesday, and I'm really hoping that I'm going to get this job. Still be in HR, but it is more broad. Right now I only do leaves, and this position would do a little bit of everything, which I do enjoy more. And it's also for a smaller company that I think will care more about their employees and be more like, you know, caring. And also it would just be me working at a distribution center with like 50 people, which I'm used to handling thousands of people, so that should be a lot better. And I would be the only HR person in that distribution center, so I wouldn't have anybody like breathing down my neck, like micromanaging, which I hate. So that would be great. It's also more pay, which would be awesome. And yeah, I just think overall it would be a lot better. I'm starting to be very stressed about this job, and it's just been a lot. So hopefully I will get this job when I have the interview on Wednesday. I'm really hoping that they'll just like hire me on the spot or tell me that day that I'm hired so that I can put my 2 weeks in at MGM. And yeah, that's basically everything going on right now. I haven't been reading much because I've just been so stressed out that I haven't really felt like it. I was doing really good. I had finished like 3 or 4 books last week. But I didn't read anything over the weekend. I will tell you guys what I'm hoping to read this week, though, later on today. And I'll show you guys some clips of what my room ends up looking like. And then that full vlog will be coming out probably next week sometime. So I'm pulling into the post office. So I will check back in with you guys later on. Good morning, guys. It is Tuesday now, the 18th, I think. It is about 7:20. I am currently on my way into work, into the office. I talked a little bit yesterday about what was going on at my job and my 3-day suspension and all that, and today is my first day back at work. It just so happened that last week, before the suspension, my work laptop died and wasn't working, and I ended up having to go into the office. They gave me a temporary one to use. I met with IT, and they were going to give me a new laptop set up. And so today it's ready. So that's the main reason why I'm going into the office, is to get my laptop from IT. But also, when I was speaking to my manager on Wednesday, when she was issuing the discipline, the suspension, we were discussing that maybe it would be better for me to start working from the office again. It's not something that I want to do, really, but if it's going to serve as kind of a way to help me, maybe there'll be less distraction in the office. Everyone else works from home, so it would literally just be me and my manager and the supervisor and sometimes the manager, which would suck, but maybe there'll be less distraction there. You know, at home I have Nick and the dogs and all the stuff, so maybe that would help. Honestly, it's really just a band-aid. I mean, if they're going to be writing us up for small things like forgetting to add an attachment to an email, then it's just a matter of time before something else happens. Honestly, part of me is kind of worried that I'm going to get there today and they'll have just found something else that I did wrong, or some other small thing that I missed while I was out these 3 days, and they're just going to terminate me today for something like that. I feel like if they already knew that they were going to terminate me, they would have just told me to bring all my stuff, because I brought the temporary laptop to switch it out, but I have monitors and keyboards and mouse stuff, and so I have equipment at home that I feel like if they already knew they were going to terminate me, they would have just told me to bring it. But I don't think it's going to be very long. Since this manager started in September, I have been written up basically every 2 months. So tomorrow I have the second interview for this different company, a smaller company. The interview is a Zoom interview, and it's with the HR supervisor and the hiring manager. I'm really hoping I'm going to get that. I feel like they want me to quit, but I'm not going to do that. If they're going to fire me, then at least I get employment until I find something else. So I hate the uncertainty. I hate feeling like I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like I could be terminated at any time, and like they could terminate me for any little thing. The first time was warranted. I'll give them that. But after that, it's been small things, and as long as it's something different than they are according to the discipline policy, justified in writing me up. And once you start kind of going up the ladder of discipline, it's very hard to come back down. These disciplines don't fall off or come back down for a year. So if I haven't been able to go 2 months without this lady writing me up since she started, there's no way I'm going to go an entire year, for these to fall off. So it's just, to me, it's kind of telling that I went a year and a half with no discipline, and I've never been disciplined at a job before. Like, since I started my career in HR when I was a kid, yeah, I did stupid stuff and had attendance problems and whatever, but once I started working in HR and had my career, I've never been disciplined for anything before. I worked at stations for 8 years and was never disciplined. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen today. Like I said, I don't really want to have to go back to work in the office, but if I get this new job, I'm going to be working in the office anyways. So, either way, that's probably going to be in my future. We had a family member, my mom's ex-husband, my brother's dad, had a stroke on Sunday, on Father's Day, unfortunately, and he's in the hospital. My mom said last night they didn't think he was doing very well, but after a while he was able to like move his legs and stuff. So we've had several people in our family, like within our world, have strokes in the last like 10 years, and all of them have made recoveries. For the most part, I've recovered 95%. I'm really hoping that that's going to be the case for him as well. I would hate for my brothers to lose their dad. So that's going on. Also, next week, Nick goes to UMC to meet the transplant team and to get the process started for getting on the transplant list and all those things. So there's that going on as well. And that's something else that they don't really like take into consideration on my job. One, like attendance and that kind of thing doesn't matter anymore. I have perfect attendance. The only time I called out was when I had COVID and when my mother-in-law died. Other than that, I'm at work every day unless it's, pre-scheduled PTO. I'm never late. Like, I don't call out. Like, that kind of thing doesn't matter anymore. And also, again, they don't really take into account, like, everything going on, like, outside of work. I'm dealing with a lot of things. There's a lot going on with my husband being sick, needing a kidney transplant. Like, that's a huge thing and takes up a lot of brain power and can be distracting, and it's just a lot, and that's not something that's considered either. And yeah, so anyways, I don't want to keep talking about that. I am doing a separate reading vlog for June. I'm doing like a Pride Month reading vlog. I finished a few books last week. I am this week focusing on The Guncle, or The Guncle Abroad. I read The Guncle last week and absolutely loved it. Now I'm reading the sequel, The Guncle Abroad. I'm listening to the audiobook of that, so I'll probably continue that. I'm also like 40 or 50% of the way through The Familiar. I have an audiobook of that as well, so I am doing a reread of the Harry Potter series with the book club that I'm in. I am listening to the audiobooks, and I'm currently on The Prisoner of Azkaban. We're all kind of just going at our own pace, and we're all on different books. So I'm on The Prisoner of Azkaban, and we're also doing buddy reads of the Inheritance games for June, which I have not started. I need to start that, which I think I have an audiobook of that also. And then another book, which is the thriller book. I think it's called Hidden Pictures. So I need to start that one as well. And yeah, I think those are the 3 or 4 books that I'm trying to mainly focus on this week. I'd like to read at least one book for my Pride reading vlog, which would be The Guncle Abroad. I might try to start another one. I think I have a few arcs that I need to read that are clear that I can read for that Pride reading vlog. And yeah, like I said, I think those are the 4 or 5 books I'm going to try to focus on this week. The one good thing about having to go into the office is that I have this driving time, so I can start listening to audiobooks while I'm driving again. When I was coming into the office, I was reading a ton of books and finishing a ton of books because I was listening to audiobooks. And my drive to work is about 20 minutes, so I had about 40 minutes of reading time every day. Plus, I was listening to audiobooks while working for like 8 hours every day, so I was finishing like a book a day. So it is one good thing about having to come back to the office, or if I do get this new job, working in the office there. This morning, and got a couple of shots of espresso, and I'm going to put a muscle milk in there, and that'll be my breakfast. I may try to film a little bit in there, just so you guys can kind of see what my work day's like. Other than that, I will see you guys after. Hey guys, so it is just after 4 now. I'm on my way home. It has been like a shit day, and not even really because anything happened, just with everything going on, like I said, the suspension, and knowing that like next step would be termination. I've just been on edge all day and like on the verge. I feel like of a panic attack, and it's not even really the job that I care about. Like I think I said this morning, that it's not even really like the job itself I care about. Really, I care more about being able to work from home. But still, just the idea of like, the idea that like at any moment for any little thing they could fire me, just has me so on edge and just like waiting for the hammer to drop and just waiting for it to happen. And that is causing me so much anxiety, especially sitting in the office being like the only one in there. The rest of my team all works from home. And I don't know, just, I hate to say it's being fake, but it kind of is. Like the supervisor, like she's super nice and she does like go to bat for us and I appreciate that, but she's being all nice and funny and happy, and the manager is trying to be all nice, and I'm just like trying to be like, screw you guys, like, you know, they're nice people, but, and I get it's a business, but at the same time, I don't know, I guess I feel like the mistakes that I've made haven't been that egregious, other than the first one, which I said I did agree with. The mistakes haven't been that egregious for me to have gotten to this point, and feeling like I'm the only person on our team who's gotten to this point, is just like embarrassing, and them just trying to be nice and act like nothing's going on just rings kind of fake to me, and I don't like it. And I thought maybe working from the office would be easier, but having sat there all day by myself, now I'm thinking that it wouldn't be. It'd be different if my whole team was in the office. But and then on Friday, I had texted the manager saying, hey, like, am I supposed to come into the office? What's the expectation? And she said, well, you have to come in on Tuesday anyways to get your laptop, so come in and we'll talk then about if you're going to be working from the office or not, whatever, we'll talk then. And so I said, okay. I have been in that office for 8 hours, and she talked to me once, and that was about my laptop that was getting fixed. She didn't bring up anything else. She didn't seek me out to follow up or talk about anything. I had to message her, and then she's been in meetings most of the day, which I get, but like, there was no follow-up, no nothing, and I'm just kind of sitting there tense and waiting the whole time. But I feel like that could be the case any day now, so I feel like if I go into the office, I'm going to be like that every day, and I don't want to be like that. I hate having this feeling of anxiety. I hate this like pit in my stomach. I just hate that. And so finally I wrote her. I said, hey, you know, I just want to clarify, I'm working tomorrow. Tomorrow's technically a holiday. Technically we're closed for Juneteenth tomorrow, but those of us who want to work can work, so I'm working. And I said, hey, I'm working tomorrow. I just want to know what the expectation is. Am I coming into the office? Am I not coming into the office? And she didn't answer. And so I left, still unresolved. I think she might have answered me now, but I don't like to look like at text and stuff while I'm driving. But I'm just really praying that this interview goes well tomorrow, and that they will tell me tomorrow that I've got it, or if I don't get it, then at least tell me that tomorrow, so that I don't keep having this like hope that it'll happen and I can just continue applying and move on. But if I am going to get it, I really hope that they just tell me that tomorrow. If not right there in the interview, then I'll receive an offer letter at some point throughout the day, so I can just put my 2 weeks in and be done with that. Because it is draining for me to be anxious like this and just waiting, like I said, for like the axe to fall. If Nick wasn't going through everything he's going through, and if I didn't now need my insurance to stay on Ozempic and stay on my medication and go to my doctor and everything, I would honestly just quit. But I need my insurance, and again, if they do fire me, at least then I can claim unemployment until I get something else. But yeah, I'm really just hoping that I'll get this position tomorrow. So yeah, I didn't read as much as I had wanted to, but I just could not focus. I think she said, I glanced briefly at what she said. I think she said that it's up to me if I want to go into the office or not. Part of me feels like I should, because it'll kind of show them that I'm like trying. You know, it's like my last ditch effort to do better. But part of me is like, screw that. Why should I have to do that, you know? I don't know. But again, I don't want to go in every day and be feeling how I felt today, so I don't know. I'll go home and talk to Nick and see what he thinks, and see how this interview goes tomorrow, what happens. I'll probably definitely work from home tomorrow, see what happens tomorrow, if I get this job or not, and then kind of go from there. I keep intending to start these like ARC reading vlogs every month, and then it never happens. So I don't even remember if I started one for June or not. I need to see if I did, and what books I have, what ARCs I have for June. And What else? Summerween starts in... Actually, Summerween may not be until the middle of July, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But it is coming up, so I need to try to figure out what I want my TBR for Summerween to be. And this book that I'm reading, where the author is posting the chapters on our website, has really made me want to start reading fanfic again and start writing it again. I really enjoyed it when I was writing it. It's making me want to start doing that again. Now there's a subscription service called Ream that's kind of like a cross between like AO3, Wattpad, like a fanfic site, and Patreon, where you can post like chapters of your work in progress, and people can subscribe to your page, and so they basically are paying to read, to have access to your page, and they're reading, you know, these chapters as you post them. I really want to get started on that, but I don't know if it's smarter. I don't know how popular it is and how many people there are really just randomly subscribing to authors on there, or people writing on there, and if people are really willing to pay for that. Like, if it's not, like, I don't know if it would be worth it if I don't have like an already kind of settled like base of people who would want to read it. I don't know if people would want to get on there just randomly and read from random people for a paid fee. And I think the fee would be like $5. It wouldn't be a lot, but I don't know if people would be willing to do that when they can just go on AO3 and read stuff for free. I've been thinking about it. I've been wanting to do that for a while, but I just haven't really been writing lately. I just feel like this job is really stressful, and I kind of feel like I don't have the mental capacity. And then between work and my VA job, which I do really enjoy, but that on top of my normal job, on top of YouTube, on top of trying to read, and just everything else, I feel like writing always just kind of gets pushed to the side, and I really would like to try to fix that. So yeah, everything's kind of up in the air right now until I figure out, you know, until tomorrow, and I know what's going on with this job. Yeah, I think that is enough rambling for right now. It's enough of an update for now. I don't know if I'll check in again tonight. If not, maybe I'll check in the morning after my interview. My interview is pretty early in the morning. It's at 7 a.m. So I gotta get up tomorrow morning and do my hair and makeup and stuff for the interview. It's a Zoom interview, which is a little bit better than an in-person interview, but yeah, I gotta get up and get ready and everything. So I will probably check in with you guys after and let you know how it went, and if I know anything at that point. And so it is Wednesday now. It is about 1:17. I had my interview this morning. It went really well. It was with the HR shared services supervisor for this new company. He was super nice. Like I said, I think it went well. They want me to do a third interview on Friday. This will be with the plant manager, who I'll be working with like every day at the distribution center, and then the operations manager for human resources. So it'll be a double interview with two people, and hopefully this is the last one. I think it is. So far it seems to be going well. It seems like they like me, like I would be a good fit for the position. It seems like exactly what I want. So I'm really hoping that this last interview goes well. I wish it was sooner. I was really hoping to have an answer today, not have to wait till the end of the week. But everything happens for a reason, and I'm trying to be very like open-handed and just trusting God's got this. If I'm meant to have it, I will. If I'm not, then I won't. You know, and it's not on my timing. So I'm trying to just rest in that knowledge and know that what's meant to happen will happen. Whatever is in the plans for me is what will happen. So Nick just left to go to a doctor's appointment in Boulder City, and I am currently on lunch. I'm just making myself some lunch real quick. Actually, I'm going to put the camera down while I do this so that I don't burn my food here. So the thing about being on Ozempic is that it like curbs your appetite, makes it so you're not like hungry, and diminishes some of the like cravings and food thoughts and stuff. But because it diminishes your hunger, I'm like never hungry. I have to basically force myself to eat. I'm either not hungry at all or I'm starving. Like there's rarely in between. I either want nothing or I want like everything. But it has made it to control myself when I do feel like I'm starving, to still make good decisions and not just like binge eat. So it is helpful. Right now I'm not super hungry. but I know I need to eat something, so I'm making myself lunch. I'm making myself some eggs and cottage cheese and some protein, or some other protein, I guess. And I'm gonna eat that real quick and then go upstairs. I completely forgot to update earlier after the interview because I jumped right into work and have been focusing on that, trying to make sure that I don't make any other mistakes, so that if they are gonna terminate me or fire me, you know, I can maybe try to prolong it a little bit until I at least know what's going on with this job. So I've been trying to focus on that. So yeah, I'm gonna eat real quick and then probably just go upstairs and keep working. I have a good amount of cases, and I'm off on Monday because Nick has his first meetings at UMC for his transplant. So I'm off Monday, so I'm trying to get ahead of work. I've been listening to Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm like 90% into that. I'm almost done. So yeah, that is basically the update for now. I will check back in with you guys later on. Okay, so it is Thursday, June 20th now. Today is actually my birthday. I'm 35 today. So I woke up to a bunch of birthday messages, text messages on Facebook and Instagram and everything, which is always fun. And I'm currently in the car. As you can see, I'm heading to Starbucks for my free drink for the morning. And then I'm gonna head home and have some breakfast and get ready to start work for the day. Nothing too exciting going on today, honestly. Still going to work and just a normal day, basically. Tomorrow we're gonna go have dinner with my parents. I just got an email this morning for the position that I've been interviewing for the third interview that I'm supposed to be having tomorrow. Originally, it was going to be a Teams interview with the site manager and the HR operations manager, but they just emailed me and asked if I could actually go in person to the facility here in town. And that way the interview will be, 2 people will be in person and 1 person will be like video from Iowa or something. And then also I can tour the facility as well. So I would imagine that they wouldn't be doing all of this for someone that they're not sure they want to hire. I would think if they're doing all this, then they're leaning towards hiring me. So I'm really hoping that they'll kind of hire me on the spot, or that I'll know for sure tomorrow. I'm really hoping that I don't have to go into the weekend unsure of what's going on. And I have a meeting with my current manager tomorrow morning at 9:30, which I'm not looking forward to. I think she more scheduled it because I kept bringing up like if I should go into work in the office and stuff, and so she just wants to do a follow-up. I feel like the last week and a half, everything has just been so up in the air, and I hate that feeling. And I don't love having to interview with multiple people at one time. Yesterday ended up going well because the guy that I was interviewing with didn't turn his camera on, so it was kind of like I was just talking to the computer. So yeah, we'll see how that ended up going. We have a meeting at work today, but I think it's just like a team meeting. So yeah, hopefully all this is kind of figured out tomorrow and I don't have to go into the weekend with all this uncertainty. And yeah, hopefully it'll be a good day. So I will check back in with you guys later on.
Hi, thank you for choosing our service. What can I get started for you today?
Can I do a venti iced caramel macchiato?
Venti ice caramel macchiato. Oh, okay. Anything else for you?
Can I get 3 Splenda in that?
3 Splenda?
Yes.
Perfect. Anything else for you?
No, that's it.
All right. Looks like your total's going to be $645. I go into effect on the shop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, guys. It is Friday now, June 21st. I am once again in my car. As you can see, my hair is a mess. I am running down the street to the Walgreens that we have down the street to go to the ATM real quick. Nick has somebody coming to wash, to like detail his car, and they only take cash, so I'm going to grab that for him. Today is a kind of busy day. I've been doing some VA work this morning, and I'm about to start work here as soon as I get back. I have to give myself my shot this morning. I haven't done that, so I need to do that. I have a meeting with my manager at 9:30. I think I talked about that yesterday. We'll see what she says. I don't know if it's just going to be to kind of discuss everything that's going on. She had some stuff, some suggestions that she had for me to implement going forward stuff, so I did do that. So I don't know if she just wants to talk about that. So that's at 9:30, and then at 12 I have to be out in Vegas for this interview. I hate panel interviews, multi-person interviews. I've already done 2 interviews already, so I'm really hoping that this is just going to be more of like a discussion, meeting, like just wanted to meet you in person before we offer you the position kind of thing. I don't know what else they could possibly ask me. In both interviews that I've had previously, they've already asked me all of the typical like interview questions, so I don't know what else they could possibly ask me. But hopefully I'm going on my lunch, so I'm hoping that it doesn't take too long. They also want to give me a tour of the facility, and I'm really hoping that this is just like we want to meet you before we offer you the position kind of thing. I can't see them going through all this trouble for someone that they didn't want to hire or weren't planning on hiring. So I'm really hoping that I'll go to this interview and they'll either offer me the position right then and there, or at some point today I'll get an email asking me, offering the position. My mom is sick with the flu, so we were supposed to go to dinner tonight for my birthday. Doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Nick and I might still go, and then we'll just reschedule and have dinner with my parents another night, because we don't want to, neither of us want to get sick, but we definitely want to risk Nick getting sick. And yeah, just trying to get everything ready for the weekend. I am trying to be ahead of my cases at work since I'm going to be off on Monday. And yeah, that's basically everything for now. I'm going to run in here, get this cash, and then I will check back in with you guys after my meeting and let you know what happened. Okay guys, it is about almost 1:30 now, and I am in my car. As you can see, I'm out of the interview. I think it went really well. It was like an hour long. They took me on a tour around the facility, and I met the person who would be training me. I met one of the supervisors and the head of the facility. I met with the HR operations manager who lives in Ohio, I think, or Iowa. Everybody is super nice, and it's very much like a relaxed environment. It doesn't feel very like stuffy at all. I think it went really well. The one person that I felt like I was gonna have to kind of sell myself to a little bit was the plant manager, but we had a really good conversation. He explained kind of what he was looking for, and he said he feels like I would fill that role, and I'm very happy about that. He seems like a really nice guy. I'm hoping that it's gonna go well. I'm really hoping that I'll get it. I think it's gonna be really good. It will get me more kind of involved in a little bit of everything. So yeah, I'm heading home now. They said that the recruiter would either be in contact with me or the supervisor would be in contact with me. So I'm hoping that'll happen today, so I don't have to wait all weekend to hear something. It is already like 3-something where they are in Iowa or Ohio. So hopefully I'll hear something here soon. The meeting that I was supposed to have with my manager this morning never happened. She rescheduled supposedly, right? The meeting was supposed to start at 9:30. I started the meeting at 9:30, sat there for a few minutes, and all of a sudden she sent me a message saying, I'm sorry, I have to reschedule. No explanation, no nothing. She's been in meetings all day. She hasn't said when she's going to reschedule. So part of me kind of feels like they're just waiting to the end of the day, and then she's going to call me and they're just going to let me go. I don't know. I really hope that they offer me this job today. So yeah, I will give you guys an update once I know more. I have been, as far as reading goes, I've been listening to the Gunko Abroad, which I'm reading for my Pride Month reading vlog, so I won't say much, but I'm really enjoying it. I finished The Prisoner of Azkaban. I need to start Goblet of Fire. I had some June reads that I was doing with my buddy group, or my book club, that I haven't even started, so I need to get started on those. That is the Hawthorne, it's the first book, The Inheritance Games, and then Hidden Pictures, I think is the name of the thriller book. Would like to start those. I read more of The Familiar last night. I'm like 200 pages in, so I'm about 50% in. So if I'm really liking it, the further I get in, the more I like it. So I really want to try to read more of that. I'm hoping that this whole job thing will be settled today, because I feel like that is just taking up so much mental capacity and making me anxious that I just don't want to read, and I don't feel like I don't have the capacity to do so. So hopefully this will all be figured out so that I can relax this weekend and read. I think we're going to have dinner for my birthday tonight. I'm going to finish cleaning up my room and maybe do some shopping this weekend if I do get this job, so I have some clothes to wear there. And yeah, that is basically the update for now. Once I hear something back, I will pop back on and let you guys know. it is Sunday now, Sunday evening. It's like 5:30 almost. We just got home from having some dinner. We didn't really do much this weekend. We just kind of did the usual, got our grocery shopping done, ran errands, went to church. We were gonna go to a movie today, but we decided not to. We're gonna wait and go to the movies next week when the new Quiet Place like prequel comes out. So that'll be next week's vlog. And yeah, we just had a kind of a just typical weekend for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here. I don't remember if I mentioned, but I unfortunately did not hear back from that job for the interview that I had on Friday. I'm hoping I'll hopefully hear something back tomorrow, so that will be in next week's vlog. Stay tuned for that, for the continuation of this saga with this job, waiting to see if they're gonna offer it to me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you haven't already, please leave me a comment down below. Go ahead and subscribe, and remember to choose the good.